What up? What up? Figure I'd talk about some sports real quick. Um, what I want to say is you're seeing the NBA change. The NFL is still popping right now. Um, Shout out to the Los Angeles Rams for getting the job done, beating Arizona. You know, Green Bay is going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs as well. We got a lot of good football games coming up, man. This is the nitty gritty hour. Time when you get to see the best play the best. And who knows, man? Tom Brady could end up with another championship. This guy is just—he's a walking billboard to winning. You know, he could very well win another championship. You know, wins one with Tampa Bay, leaves out Belichick. Wow, that's just crazy, man. But what I want to talk to you about is also the future of the NBA. Now you see guys like James Harden now is on the edge, probably thinking about leaving the Brooklyn Nets. You see the Lakers' big three, not so much of a big three. They're injury prone. That big three just don't fit. It don't match. And we're going out of that phase now. Now you see guys just want to compete with the teams that they're on. These young cats, the John Morants, the Lucas, the Zions, if he could get in shape. I think the NBA is in good hands. It's going to be a different landscape once like a LeBron James retires, um, Kevin Durant be almost out the door. I still got Giannis as the face of the league, or going to be presumed as the best player in basketball for a couple of years to come. And sky's the limit for him. If he could win another championship, he could very well do it. You know, um, the Cleveland Cavaliers, with Sexton and all those young boys, they developing the team the right way. They're drafting their players. They're not out there doing anything crazy. They're just drafting players, developing them, and they're coming good. A couple of years now from now, the Cleveland Cavaliers, if they stay the course, they could be a good team. You know, some of those guys could emerge to superstars on that team, and that'd be a great thing to see. That'd be an organic, all natural team that develops into being good, and they may be a title contender for years to come. Okay, they're kicking butt right now as we speak. The Brooklyn Nets got Kevin Durant lost. Um, he's going to be out for a while. Injury, I think he did something to his leg again. Another player fell into his leg, so he's out for God knows how long. We don't know when he's going to make a return or when he's going to come back. So it's iffy, man. It's up in the air for a lot of these um, teams in the NBA. You know, also salute to all my Eagle fans out there. We tried, man. We had a good season. We made it to the playoffs at least when people thought we couldn't even do it. So I mean, in that terms, I'm proud of that. I am seriously proud of that. And it is what it is in that case. But I wouldn't be surprised come next season. Like I said I made a video. Like I said in one of my videos, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers just hit the reset button too. They could develop a bunch of young players, get some of their draft picks back. You know, what's the point of keeping LeBron James just to get numbers? You know, even if he's playing at the high level, all you're doing is just letting the guy get trying to catch Kareem and all these other guys. It's like a waste of time at this point. Let him do that on Cleveland. But here's my thing: I didn't thought about sending him to Cleveland. If he goes back to Cleveland, let's say he wants to finish his career in Cleveland, um, will the Dan Gilbert even accept that? The great one was right on that. You know, LeBron gets there, he's going to want to trade all the young players. Then they're going to be depleted once again. And then he's going to try to form a big three on that Cleveland Cavaliers team and try to stack the deck with that team. So where does that stop? You know, they're playing the Utah Jazz right now as we speak. I believe the Utah Jazz are trailing. Last time I checked, it was like 56 to 52. What's up, G Money? Salute, man. Um, bro, do you know the score of the game? Does anybody know the score of the game? Um, I know This thing is just shaky right now. I'm trying to get this thing to work properly. Right? Yeah, man. But yeah, the Lakers got a tough schedule. They're facing up against some of the teams. Oh, 83-80. Okay, Jazz up by three. You know, at least the Lakers can. At least the Lakers are playing some acceptable basketball. Even if they lose today, it's still going to be not a blowout loss. At least they're out there competing. You know, but I see good things for the NBA. I don't know what Ja Morant could turn into. I look at him sometimes. I think of like an athletic Derrick Rose. You know, looking at him is like looking at what Derrick Rose could have been, minus the injuries. So that's a question within itself. You know what I'm saying?
Salute, salute. How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Yo, good day of sports, man.
Good
At
day,
least we got
sports.
a good competitive game.
Yeah, right, right. How many happy MLK Day? How you doing?
Hey, same here, man. Happy day to you, man. Martin Luther King, man. And we
Yeah,
always
man.
get some good games. We always get some good games from on that day from the NBA too. So
Right, right. And rest in peace to MLK, bringing us freedom, justice. Rest in peace, and also the future of the NBA. There's a lot of great guys. I mean, Luca, Ja, Trey, Zion. Zion's a good player, but he needs to just get healthy. Who do I think
hmm
has the best future in the league? To me, it's tough, man. I think it's between Luca and Ja.
mm, oh yeah. But you know the funny thing about it is, I think Giannis has a good chance to run this next generation.
Very
You know,
possible.
if he stays on that team, he keeps doing what he does,
hmm
making them a championship contender every single year.
hmm
He may be the face of the league for the next 6 to 7 years.
hmm Right,
You
right,
know,
right, right.
so but yeah, you did hit a good point with Trey Young. Trey Young could be another Steph Curry. I mean, Steph Curry is going to get older pretty soon. He's
hmm
coming into his mid 30s. So we're looking at a very different NBA soon to speak.
Right.
Kevin Durant is almost out. How old is Kevin Durant?
Around like, let me see. KD. KD is 33.
33.
33.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So we got only a couple years left for some of these guys that's you know in their early 30s. They're almost out the door, so to speak.
hmm
So yeah, man. But at least this Jazz and Lakers game is competitive, man. That's a good thing. Lakers
Yeah,
got a tough
tie.
schedule.
Yeah, Lakers do have a tough schedule. Tie game though. The Lakers, I mean, they gotta take care. They have a 2 game homestand coming up. They have this. They have Utah and then Indiana coming up, so they got to take advantage of this soon. Because they have a very very tough road trip coming up. They got they got Miami. They got Brooklyn. Their road trip. They have a, let me see, after Indiana they have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game road trip.
hmm
They're going to beat Orlando. They got Miami, Brooklyn, Philly, Charlotte, Atlanta in their road trip to end January. So they have a tough schedule in January. So you gotta win tonight if you're the Lakers and beat the Pacers before you go on your 6 game road swing, because February doesn't get easy too if you're LA.
Oh yeah. Now, assuming the Lakers um, are a lower seed
hmm
and they're battling for a spot in the playoffs, and they just happen to lose a game or two, and they
hmm
get knocked off. How would you perceive that? Like, what after all the stuff that we talked about the Lakers, we give them some of the most coverage in the NBA,
It's
and
a
they have
failure.
every media.
It's a
Yeah,
failure.
yeah, it's
The
definitely
If the
it's
Lakers don't
definitely.
make the playoffs with all the expectations they had going into the season, it's a failure. I mean, think about it. You added Russell Westbrook, who was a former MVP, LeBron, former MVP, AD, when healthy, MVP candidate. You have Avery Bradley, great defender. You have Dwight Howard, Hall of Famer. Lakers up 4, by the way. You have
Mhm.
um You have Melo, Hall of Famer, Frank Vogel,
Mhm.
champion head coach. You have all of this talent, all of this. You have all this talent. If this team somehow were not going to make the playoffs, it's a complete failure and a complete waste because you spent all this money to get all these players to give you experience, and if it doesn't work out, then it's a complete failure because they thought that they had a championship team to they thought they had a championship team. I knew this team was not going to work out because I said that their depth was not that good, the defense is not that good. I said this team was not this team was flawed. I knew this team was not going to win a championship. But if they don't make the playoffs, it's a complete failure, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. It's funny that they don't even play defense like that because defense always comes down to effort. It's just like they giving up. You know, I don't know what's going on, but those young players, they got even solid good young players. They got good young players. They got what's this dude Malik Monk?
Malik
They
Monk,
got him. They
Stanley
got
Johnson's played well. Avery Bradley. You have Austin Reeves. Yeah,
oh yeah,
that's some good young players. They just need to
oh, they
just
gonna.
utilize them
What
more.
up, John?
Phil John,
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys?
so
What up, John? What's up,
And
man?
I mean, like
Yo,
the
so
few
what you think of your Warriors right now?
man, they're not my Warriors, man. I just like the NBA, and they're not my Warriors, not my Warriors. I just,
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, I just
He said
like
they're not my Warriors.
yeah, they're not my Warriors, man. I mean, I see the Cavs. Like, I like the way the Cavs are playing, man. They're gonna be
they're
a
good.
problem.
They're
Like
good.
The Cavs are gonna be a problem.
They're gonna make the playoffs. I think
Yeah,
they
they're
make.
definitely. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna be a player. They're gonna be like what? And then once playoff Rondo comes activated, he's gonna start smoking teams in the East.
Facts. I think Cleveland
Oh
makes it
yeah.
as a sixth seed. I say Cleveland makes it as a sixth seed. That
Um,
Darius Garland playing well, Jared Allen playing great, Wade on the Cavs playing well, Kevin Love turned back the clock.
yeah, Kevin Love turned back the clock. I was shocked. I thought he was
You
dead in the water.
not so much this year, and
Yeah,
they have nice young talent, man. And JB Bickerstaff has done a great job as a head coach this year. Has done a great job. You know,
I honestly, I think he should win. He should win Coach of the Year over Steve Kerr.
you can make a case because I want to ask you, how many wins do you think the Cavs will have before the year?
Where they're sitting at right now?
27 and 18 to 6 seed.
27. I could see them going to. I could see them. I could see them pushing for 45 wins.
Sure, but I'm saying before the year, how many wins did you think they will have?
Before the year started, I thought they were gonna go back to the lottery again. To be
Uh huh.
honest,
Same here, but so far, they're gonna so far not so much. So
exactly.
far, not so much. And I want to throw this out there. If they make the playoffs, it will be the first playoffs without LeBron since 1998 for the Cavs. Without LeBron,
Right. It'll be their first playoff
Speaking of LeBron,
appearance in 5 years.
5 years in general. But
oh
I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's 2018. But I'm
wait,
saying it without LeBron on the team since 1998. That would
mhm.
be crazy.
yeah, that'll be
Wait,
awesome.
check this out though. Would you like to see LeBron come back to the Cavs? Because he
Hell
No,
got
no,
no,
one
no.
year
hell
left
no,
with the
no
Lakers.
way, no way, no way. You leave that young core alone. You let those boys develop and let them like try to sneak into for like a playoff push or see if they could like luck up and make it to the finals.
Mm.
Mm.
I
I
don't know
mean,
about finals. That's too.
I'm
That's
no,
way
no,
too.
I'm not. I'm thinking. Look. I think the Brooklyn Nets they're dead in the water. Like I think they're fugazi. They lose to all the good teams.
Good
I
point.
don't I don't see I don't trust Steve Nash as a coach. I think he
Good
will
point.
get out coached by anyone at this point. I see James. If I strongly believe if Brooklyn do not get it done this year, James Harden is leaving for Philly.
I
He's
can see
leaving.
that though.
He's leaving them for Philly.
I can
He's
see that.
leaving them for Philly.
And Philly will get way better with James Harden and Embiid. That'll be a nice duo.
But I think
Oh
I
yeah,
think I think
definitely.
I think
Check
Philly
this
I think
out.
Philly and the Nets will make that trade like James Harden for Ben Simmons straight up.
Bro, are you talking about in the off season?
Yeah, in the offseason. In the offseason. I think they'll do that trade straight up. Ben Simmons for James Harden straight up.
I, it's possible because
Mm.
if the Lakers don't win this, excuse me, not Lakers. If the Nets don't win this year, they may never win.
Yeah, they'll never win. And that'll be a huge stain on Kevin Durant's legacy.
Big time. Last year, if your toe wasn't on the line, you might have won last year. This year, there's no excuse. And also, Kyrie not taking the
Yeah.
vaccine. Also, this team, man.
I don't want to hear about that because everybody's going through the COVID protocol.
I'm
Everybody's
not.
going
I'm
through
not
those
making
hardships.
excuses. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just saying that Kyrie being selfish at times. I'm just saying is that this team, man. This team is flaws.
Kyrie's in his own world. He's
Yeah,
planet Kyrie up. He don't live on Earth no more. He lives in planet Kyrie.
pretty much. I picked the Nets to win the championship. I'm sticking with that pick, but I'm not as confident. I'm sticking with that pick, but I'm not as confident. And don't forget, Katie hurt his MCL. Like he's gonna be out for a while. The lucky,
Yeah.
He's out for 5 weeks. He's
the lucky
out
wasn't
for
an Achilles. The lucky wasn't an Achilles.
true.
The lucky wasn't an Achilles. If it was an Achilles, man, they would have been fucked.
That'll be all on Steve Nash
Oh
because
yeah.
he like the guy is fresh off an Achilles rupture and you're gonna be playing in 40 minutes a game, fresh
Yeah,
off.
he's gonna
Like
get tired.
mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, man.
But
Uh,
like for
Oh
Prince,
well.
like you told me about the
Oh,
Warriors. I see the Warriors. I could see the Warriors dropping a few games to experiment with the roster
you
because
want to be careful though. You want to be
mm-hmm.
careful with the Warriors though. You don't want to drop. I get what you're saying, but you don't want to drop too many. You know what I mean? You don't want to drop too many.
but come on, this is Steve Kerr we're talking about. Like when he's experimenting with a
And John,
lineup, he sticks
and John, the
to
only
it.
reason,
I
yeah.
could say I'm
And
no,
yo,
I'm saying
John, only reason why I say yo Warriors is because you pick them for the year. I know you're not
okay.
a big time Warriors fan. I just know that you got them as going to the finals, et cetera, et cetera. So you at least for this year you could just say you're
Yeah.
rocking with them with your pick.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait to the playoffs. That's just me.
So
Because
the only I could see them
Mm.
I could see them dropping like a few games in terms of experimenting with the roster lineup to prepare for the playoffs. And the only thing that would stop them from dropping a few games if Steph goes nuclear.
if Steph goes nuclear, then they'll be fine. But
Yeah.
that's an if. If at some point he has to, because he's again, I'm not worried about them in the regular season. I think they'll be fine in the regular season. I just got to see what they do in the playoffs. But I'm not worried about the Warriors. But the team that I'm judging is the Utah Jazz. I'm judging the Utah Jazz. I'm judging this. I'm judging a lot of teams.
I don't trust the Utah Jazz against like the small lineups. I just don't trust them.
Me neither. I don't trust.
Because like because every time let's say Rudy Gobert go up against like someone like a PJ Tucker
oh wow,
someone in that
we'll
realm.
kill him in pick and rolls and pick
Yeah,
and
like
pops.
they like he's a straight DMP for the playoff. He's a straight DMP.
And also,
So
Utah shoots too many outside shots, and teams will figure that out.
but
And,
And
I have a crazy
right
take.
now.
I have a crazy take,
You
but
think?
I just want to experiment with you guys.
uh-huh.
Do you think the
Uh,
Toronto Raptors would be a bad matchup for the Milwaukee Bucks?
Hmm. Could it be a bad matchup for
No,
Milwaukee?
I mean in
No,
terms of like I like it they like it kind of like the vibe that I'm getting from Toronto. It kind of gives me the We Believe Warriors versus
I
the
can
defending
see what
champs.
you make a point because of their defense, their athleticism. Um, I can see that. I think it will be a bad matchup for Milwaukee. I think we all can agree though. We all can agree Milwaukee would beat Toronto,
Yeah, they'll
but
beat them, but
they'll
I
beat
still
them. But
think
I'll
it'll be
probably
a
go
bad
6 games, maybe 6 games.
like the only way I could see Toronto actually really beating Milwaukee is if Pascal Siakam played the way he played the other night, like that,
Mhm.
like every game. If he
Pretty
played like
much.
that every game, then they'll win. They'll win.
They'll have a chance. I'm
Yeah, I
saying
mean,
this,
yeah, they'll have a chance to win. I'm not gonna say that
and also
definitively.
Van Fleet, having an All-Star type year. But here's another thing too we have to consider. Look, Scotty Barnes has had a great season. We just have to see what he does in the playoffs, though. That's why I'm not ready to say they'll go far in the playoffs. I do think Toronto will give Milwaukee trouble. Don't get me wrong. I just gotta see what these because it is a different team though. So I do think that they'll give Milwaukee trouble. But
Man,
if I,
Scotty Barnes is a whole man child. Okay, his game will translate to the playoffs. That's a man child.
I
See the way
mean,
he be moving guys with very little effort. And he looks like a little boy, but that's a grown man inside.
uh, right now, watching the Lakers Jazz game. Right now, Lakers up 6 with a minute 18 to go. Man, yeah. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, he made some good points there. I would say Bucks in 5 or 6 because I just think that championship experience. I just think that shooting. I just think the athleticism will be a little too much for the Raptors, but it will be a tough 5 or 6 game series. It will be a tough series. And don't forget Jurassic Park. Man, in the playoffs,
Oh yeah.
Jurassic Park. Woo!
Yeah.
Mm. And let me ask John this: who's your shining star for this next generation of basketball? Because we are talking about the future of the NBA and some of these young stars. Who impresses John the most?
I mean, I would say, as long as he don't get those Derrick Rose knee injuries, it got to be John Moran.
John Moran's underrated,
It got
athletic,
it,
improved
it
his
got to
shot.
it got to be John
Yes.
Moran. John Moran, John Moran. Like I love the way he plays. Like
Mhm.
the flow. Like if one of his shots not working, he'll definitely kill you with the drives or kill you with floaters.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
he doesn't have a history. He doesn't like so far. He doesn't have a history of like lower leg extremity injuries. Like they're not like drastic like to Steph Curry ankles or anything like that. So I could see Memphis going far with him
Oh,
leading.
they will win a championship someday.
Yeah, I
Someday,
could I could
we will
see
win a
I could
title.
see I could see them win a championship someday. I could see them making it to the Western Conference Finals in the next 2 years. I could
I
see
can say
that.
that. Me too.
Um, as as long as like egos are
You don't need a
checked at the
running mate though.
door.
Do you think is Scotty Pippen already?
Well,
Oh,
yes,
with
Dylan
Miles
Brooks.
Bridges, with Dylan
Say that again.
Brooks.
Dylan Brooks would have to be John Moran's running mate. It had to be Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, I would have to go with Dylan Brooks.
And then Jaren Jackson would have to be your third option, I guess, if you keep him.
Okay.
But Memphis Grizzlies do have a killer bench though. I like their bench.
Desmond Bain, Zaire Williams. You have Steven Adams starts. He's a good defender. Could block shots. You also have Tyus Jones, who's made some good plays off the bench. Hit the three. You know, can penetrate. They have a good team, man. They have a
Yeah,
good
they they
team.
they, they, they have, but don't like the only thing that I would see like let's say like the media pundits would hold against Ja would be like, oh,
Still a kid.
like his team kind of have like they kind of have a winning record without him, so they might
Still,
like they'll try to like skew that against him in terms of his
yeah, but
impact.
you have to use context with that. You have
Yeah,
to
you got to use
look they
context because
played though.
because it was such a small sample size, so I can't really say that.
That's the thing. People need to use context when they have arguments. Don't just look at record. Look at some of the teams they played though.
Exactly.
Salute kid, by the way.
Salute,
Word.
man.
Yo,
This
got a
Lakers
game
Jazz
up.
game is unbelievable. The Jazz
What's
read the
up,
next
man?
salute, and the Lakers
Um,
get a good win. Yep.
like Luka Doncic, like for Luka, I see Luka honestly at this point. I hate to say this, but I honestly see Luka as a right-handed James Harden.
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah,
can
oh
see
yeah,
that. They
yeah.
both
No,
like to
he is.
draw
He is.
fouls. They
He is.
both don't play good D. They both like to settle for the step back three. The only difference between Luca and Harden is that Luca has more skills in the paint more than Harden. But other than I think Harden's a better player, but I'm saying that Luca has more skills in the paint more than Harden. But I do see the similarities as far as game involving with Harden because they both like to shoot the outside shot. They both like to bait the referees a little too much. And they both like to, they can and they both they don't play very good defense though. So yeah,
Right.
Exactly, man.
Okay.
Yo,
Next for Trey Young. Trey Young is honestly.
You think Lucas Career is going to go in the same?
I don't think so. I think Luca can still be a great
Oh, go ahead.
player.
You were saying
My
about
only
they got to put a
thing,
team around him, man.
he
Yeah.
also needs a roster that can win.
The
Yeah.
roster is horrible, man. He's still taking the team to the playoffs. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah. Mark Cuban got to build a better team around him
The
to
roster's
complement his
not
skill
title
sets.
contender. It's not.
Yeah, they're not. For Trey Young, he's honestly a mix between like Steph Curry and Steve Nash.
I can see it. Both have. He has good court vision, high IQ player. He can pass. He can use. He's very cat quick. He can use his right hand, get the floater. My only thing with Trey, he does
He
way too much for long threes
Yeah,
sometimes.
he take too many threes, and he don't have the Steph Curry efficiency to pull that off.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why the Hawks kind of lost to the Bucks. I mean, more Atlanta overachieved last year, but one of the reasons why Atlanta lost was because Trey took some bad shots. So yeah, I think Trey needs to work on knowing when to shoot those threes. If you're on fire, then go ahead. But if you're not, I suggest you use more of the mid range. But Trey can pass; he's a good slasher, and he can attack the basket. So that's what I like.
Y'all talk about John Morant, man.
Trey Young, Ice
Ja,
Trey.
man,
Mm-hmm.
fuck that nigga, man. John Morant, man.
John
Memphis,
Moran's a
man.
beast. Who doesn't? John Moran's a beast, man.
Man, I
Go
told
ahead,
y'all,
get
man.
Trunks. You said.
He gonna be the face of the league, huh?
He will win an MVP someday.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Say that
I can
again,
see him winning
Kid Trunks.
multiple MVPs.
You said
Oh
what?
yeah, John Moran. He will win an MVP someday. He will
No,
win.
like I said, this young talent they got in the NBA is good. They get,
Facts.
they gonna take
Yeah,
over, man.
they're going against the old heads. Man,
Oh yeah, knocking their
Word.
asses out. Darius Garland too. He a
Darius
great
Garland.
playmaker. Oh my,
Right.
yo, him, Lamelo, and you could say Ja. Oh, and Trey Young, great playmakers with the ball in their hands,
Mhm.
man.
Right.
Oh
I can
yeah,
see
Word.
John Morant like right now. I can
Yeah,
see
yeah. So
John
who's
Morant
on your? Who,
I can see John Morant like gunning like trying to take the throne from
mm-hmm.
Steph, the
Very
best point
possible.
guard in the league.
mm.
Like
Very
yeah,
possible.
I could see him. He's gunning for it, man. He's gunning for it, and I would love to see a playoff match between Golden State and the Grizzlies.
Go State,
Mm.
Memphis. That might happen this
Yeah,
year. That might happen this
yeah,
year in the second round, and I would love to see
yeah.
that.
I would love to
Hmm.
see that.
That power might go 6 games, maybe even 7. That might even go
What about
6.
What about Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown?
Nah, forget
Mm,
them. Forget them. They're in the toilet right now.
They still young though. They still
it's,
young.
Yeah,
it's
they're young,
good players, but low
Mm.
IQ.
they're in the toilet right now. They're in the toilet right now.
No,
The
I'm
Like
team,
talking about no, no,
I
no,
could
no,
Boston's
no, no. Hold on.
Boston's playing well
I'm
as
not
of
talking
late,
about.
but
I'm not talking about. Whoa. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about in the next 10 years. They're gonna get traded hopefully if this don't work out. Because all they need is a point guard. That's
listen.
it.
they
And a
gotta
big
trade
man.
one. It's not
I
gonna
don't
work
see them
out.
trading them because they don't got Danny Ainge anymore. Danny Ainge ain't running the show no more.
Hmm.
You said
That's
what? They're not
Danny
gonna trade
Ainge.
him?
Danny Ainge isn't running the Celtics organization anymore, so they're not going to trade them. Danny Ainge would do some sucker stuff like that, but not Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens is going to keep them around.
No. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying, but all they need is a point guard and a somewhat big man. That's it.
But also bench depth. They need bench depth,
they need an all-star level point guard and they need a center. That's all they
and they need
need.
a bench depth.
And bench and a bench.
I mean,
They need too much.
Yeah. I just don't think this is going to work out. Boston, their best chance to go to the finals is 2020, in my opinion. 2020 was their best chance to go to the NBA finals. I mean, they had Miami dead to rights in games 1 and 2, and in game 6, and they just don't execute in close games, man. They just don't. I mean, they're playing well as of late. Boston started turning things around a little bit as of late, but they just don't have that. They just don't have a leader, in my opinion. Boston needs a leader. They just don't have a leader to me.
Man,
And
they didn't.
Yeah.
Man,
Yo, what you think of? What you
Boston
think?
need Isaiah Thomas
Let me
again.
ask y'all this.
you said
yeah,
what?
yeah, Prince.
Word. Hell, baby Isaiah. Yo, what you think of Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram as far as the future goes?
No,
Brandon Ingram,
I
Is it a
think
good
right
tag
now
team or you?
He'll be a good
I think
secondary.
Zion is washed right now.
I
I
don't think
mean, the thing with Zion, I mean,
Mm.
he just his weight. That's it. That's his only
he has to just
problem. And how
lose
he
weight and get
condition.
healthy. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And how he condition his body and what he puts in his body to condition to be, to be
Stay away
healthy.
from Donald Zion.
He needs a chef. He ain't had a
N-
chef or a
n-
trainer in like 2 years in the NBA. Like that's a problem.
I don't know,
You look
man.
And
sluggish.
the
You look,
Lakers upset the Jazz, by the way. Lakers win by 6. Yeah, man.
Like
yeah,
Zion is not gonna have a long career, man. He already got bad knees already.
exactly.
He's not gonna have a long career. He may end up like at best, if he's lucky, he may have a Kawhi Leonard career if he's lucky.
Well, and even then, it is kind of I get what you're saying, but it's kind of disrespectful. No, I'm to compare Zion and Kawhi when it comes to career. I get what you're saying, bro, but you get my point. Like
Yeah,
even
yeah.
Kawhi
I like
was the finals MVP.
I don't mean in terms of career accolades. I meant in terms of like load management and things like that.
Yeah. But
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't know,
And
man. Zion to me, and also I think Zion needs to also get at least a mid-range shot. We all know he's an athletic freak. If Zion can also maybe stretch the floor a little bit, though, he'll be good. Because
Exactly.
today's
because
day and age,
Kawhi
big
Leonard
men
was
have
able
to
to
shoot.
sustain somewhat. Kawhi was able to sustain greatness a little bit because he had skill set to match, even if he lost his athletic ability. But
Mhm.
Zion Williamson, that athletic ability goes. I don't know what he got left.
Right, right,
So,
right,
You
right.
know,
Exactly.
I want to
yeah.
ask
Hey,
you, what team do you think could be the next dynasty?
that's too hard to predict
Mm.
right now. To be honest, that's too hard to predict right
I'm
now.
not saying will be a dynasty. I said has an opportunity to become one. I'm not saying they
Uh,
will be
oh,
one.
okay. I would have to go.
Opportunity.
I have to go with the Warriors. Like the next incarnation with the young guys that they have right now, like with Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kaminga, Moses Moody, with Andrew Wiggins, with that young
Mm.
core that they got with Golden State. Golden State is in the best position to be the next dynasty.
nah, it's too
Like
hard
like
to say. Nah, it's too hard to say,
I would say
man.
the post
Man,
Steph, Clay, Dre era. They're in the best position to do that,
Mm.
in my
Nah, I
humble
don't know.
opinion.
to
Speaking
me,
of that, did y'all
it's
heard
the
the
Milwaukee Bucks.
speaking of the Warriors? Did y'all heard the trade rumors? Y'all
What?
What?
heard the trade rumors? Uh, Miles Turner, Miles
I don't
Turner
think
for
that's gonna happen. Though.
what's his guy?
Miles Turner for
Mouse Turner for a
Wiseman,
couple Warriors players, and James Wiseman and them
Wiseman,
little
Wiggins, and
boys.
somebody else. I just don't see the Warriors making that move. I doubt it.
And
I don't
that's
see
they
them.
gonna trade all that
Mm.
young talent. They gonna trade all that young talent if they do that.
I don't see them doing that. I see the Warriors on one is sticking to the game plan of grooming their young talent, building
And
for the
hopefully they
future.
stay healthy. And then you use this year as a step and say, hey, we got to the playoffs. And then maybe next year, hey, let's try to win a championship. Here's what I believe, all right? You use this year, say, hey, we got to the playoffs, we went this far. Let's go next year. Let's win a championship. Hopefully, we get Clay another year to be healthy. We got added more vets. Poole gets another year of playoff experience. Wiggins, etc.
LeBron.
Lee, Kevon Looney, and I'm like, hey, we'll be very deep. We'll be tough in the future, though. So the team that I think has the opportunity to become a dynasty is the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm going to shock people. And I'm not saying this will happen. I said opportunity. Don't sleep on this team, the Phoenix Suns.
All
They
right.
ain't even want to. All right.
Mm.
I said I'm not
Hey,
saying they
Phoenix is good,
will
man.
be. I said opportunity. I don't
I
think they
don't know.
will.
I don't know if Milwaukee's in their way. I don't know.
Milwaukee has an opportunity to be a dynasty too. The Bucks, they have a chance. If they can win this season, hey, if they can win, they have great defense. They have MVP. You have good ball movement. My only thing with the Bucks that could hold them back is bad shot selection sometimes, and they take too many threes. But if Milwaukee could just stay healthy and can continue to defend the paint like they've been doing, they have a great chance to become a dynasty.
Exactly. Hey, so how you guys
Oh
feel
yeah.
about the
I
Brooklyn
got a
Nets?
question for y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all answer. What you said?
You want me to talk? I can go ahead.
Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, no, yeah. I
They're
was about to say, how you
they have
guys?
a lot of problems.
I got you. How you
Oh
guys
yeah,
feel
yeah.
about the
Go
Brooklyn
ahead.
Nets situation, man? Because
Uh,
Kyrie, he not gonna take the vaccine ever. He just stated that. He just said that I'm never gonna take the vaccine, and I state that. I
Mhm.
feel like, and I respect that decision. That's his decision. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but if I was Brooklyn, bro, you gotta trade him, bro, because KD's injured. You
No, no,
know,
no, no. They actually tried to make an attempt to trade him
They
during the
tried, but
KD
no
offseason.
one
said no.
wanted him.
KD said no. But
And
dude,
Katie said no. Katie said no.
Listen,
Katie is
they're
not
not
gonna
going to
allow
trade
it.
Kyrie. They're going to keep Kyrie. They're not going to trade him.
listen, but listen
Katie
though.
Katie won't
Okay,
allow
let's
it.
say James Harden gets injured or something, then you got no bench. You really
You
got
didn't
no
hear the
Yeah,
great
but
bench.
that's a hypothetical. That's if. What happens if he doesn't, though? That's a hypothetical. We can't assume he's going to get hurt, though.
So
You
you
can't.
really think, dude, they're not gonna beat Milwaukee, bro? I don't care what nobody say, bro. Without Kyrie, Philly,
they're not beating Milwaukee. They
they're
don't
not
stand
beating
a
Milwaukee.
chance. They don't stand a chance.
Or what's another team in the East? They
There's
probably
also
would not.
Miami. There's also Miami. Miami's
You have
around.
They're not healthy though, but I give you that. I know if they healthy, yeah, they
Healthy
might.
No, it's
Miami did
only
not
They
beat.
Milwaukee,
might. They
Miami.
might.
That's
I
it.
don't know.
Chicago's not healthy neither. I mean, Levine just got hurt. And also the Bulls don't have enough playoff experience. It's really just Milwaukee, Miami, Brooklyn. Those teams can only win the East. That's it. Miami, Milwaukee, or Brooklyn. That's it.
Mm-mm.
Philly needs another.
man. Brooklyn don't do nothing this season. I say you got
If they
to get
don't
rid of
do
some of
anything
those.
this season,
There's
One of
rumors
those
James Harden
one of
might
those
leave.
superstars got.
There's rumors James Harden might leave.
if they
Yeah,
don't
he's
win
going to
this year,
Philly.
Harden's gone.
Oh yeah, he
If they
going to
don't,
Philly,
Yep.
man.
yeah,
He going to Philly. Watch out. If he go to Philly, man, you Bama's better shut the hell up,
Philly
man.
and Philly might be championship contenders with Harden, Embiid, yeah,
And Seth Curry.
and Seth Curry. They might need to revamp their bench a little bit, but if you have Harden, Embiid, Seth Curry, revamp your bench a little bit, they could be in the championship running. To me, they should have traded Ben Simmons for James Harden anyway. When you had the chance, if you're Philly, you had the chance, you didn't do it. If you had, I want to ask you, if you had James Harden against Atlanta, you really think Atlanta would have beaten Philly? I don't think so.
No,
Nope.
hell no.
No.
Philly would have gone to the Eastern Conference Finals. They would have gone
I'm
to the
telling
East
you, man, watch out. Listen, because you put a big man with a great shooting guard that can score, or a
mhm,
point guard or shooting guard that's a great facilitator too, it's
and can
over, man.
penetrate too.
It's over. It's finished, bro.
Hmm.
Look at the history, man. Oscar
And James,
Robertson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq and Kobe,
mhm,
LeBron and Anthony Davis. Man, you bands better shut the hell up and keep your mouth shut, man. I swear.
it, facts. If you're Daryl Morey after the season, call call the Nets, say, hey, can we trade Ben Simmons for the beard? I don't think they're trading Ben this season right now. I doubt it. I don't think anyone wants Ben right now. So I think they'll wait to the all season to trade Ben. That's just my guess. So if I were the Sixers, you gotta trade Ben to Brooklyn to get James Harden. That's your best bet. Because James
Wait,
Harden,
I thought he was a free agent.
he is a free agent. That's my thing. And if you're
Oh, okay.
That's my thing. If you're Brooklyn, you got to find a way to keep this guy. Because here's the thing, though. You don't want to lose him for nothing. You got to find a way. You have to win this season. Because if you win this season, hypothetically, you might keep the band together. If you don't win this season,
He's
then
out. He's out. He will leave if they
if,
don't
if,
win
if,
this
if,
season.
if, they, if they collapse this year, because last year, there's reasons. Last year, injuries, a toe on the line, etc. This year, you have no excuse, though. Because this year, your competitors are Milwaukee, Miami, Phoenix, etc. So if you don't win this year, if you're Brooklyn, you look at it. Look at your talent. You have Patty Mills, champion; KD, champion; Harden, MVP; Kyrie, champion; Aldridge, playoff experience; Griffin, playoff experience; Millsap, playoff experience. You have all this talent. James Johnson, good defender. If you don't go far this year, right, it's a failure. I picked
Exactly.
I picked them to win the title, and I'm
Oh yeah.
sticking with my pick, but I'm not as confident. That's just me. I'm sticking with my pick, but I'm not as
Mm.
confident because I gotta wait to the playoffs, and I have to see everybody healthy before I make my pick. As of right now, I still got Phoenix, Brooklyn, but I would not be surprised if we have a finals rematch of Phoenix and Milwaukee. I would not be shocked. I would not mind that at all. A Phoenix Milwaukee rematch, I
You,
would not mind that at all.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I still got Golden State, man.
Me
That's just
neither.
me.
No, but let me
That's
I,
ask
just
y'all
me.
this. All three of y'all.
Nah, I got Golden State.
Word.
I know
Hold
it's
on. Let me
regular
ask
season,
y'all this.
but
Let me ask y'all this. Y'all all three are GMs now.
hmm,
All right. If the Lakers don't make the playoffs,
Hmm.
Do you do with this team come next season? LeBron
Trade,
James last year with the Lakers.
Trade
right?
You
Russ.
trade Westbrook. What are you guys doing? And I'm
Trade
gonna
Honestly,
start with you.
Westbrook, get a defensive wing, get a better bench, get a point guard. If I were the Lakers, if somehow this
Get
team doesn't
another
make the
center.
playoffs, trade Westbrook, get a center, fix your bench, get shooters, and maybe you try again because you got to revamp this team. This team won't win jack squat. So you trade Westbrook for a facilitator, you get a better bench, and you get a rim protector
They not.
um, well,
I
and a
what
don't
I
know
would,
defensive
about. I don't know how
what I
you
would,
gonna trade Russ though and get a
what,
facilitator. But
man, what I would do, I would just keep the big three together.
oh my goodness,
I'll keep Russ,
wing.
AD, and LeBron together and trade everybody else. Cause
For who?
I'm not gonna let LeBron get off the hook
Mm.
that easily. You put this team together, you put this big three together, you gotta die with it.
no, you the
I'm
GM.
not I don't care. I'm keeping
This
LeBron
nigga
on the
crazy
Right.
hook.
man.
I'm keeping LeBron on the hook.
Yo, what's up, guys?
I'm gonna trade everybody else and
Hey yo,
develop and bring up like
yo,
G
great one.
leaguers.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
If this was me, okay, listen. If I was a GM, I'll try to get. I probably would have to trade Trevor Ariza. That's just me, cause
I would consider that too.
I
I
need
would.
some young legs, man. Fuck all that.
Good point. They
I
need to
need
get
some
younger
young
for sure.
legs. I'll give me another. I'll try my best. I would do my best to trade for Russ. I would do my best to trade for Russ. I get another big man that could just only do one thing, and that's block shots and get rebounds. I'm gonna try to do the same system that we did when we in the Lakers in 2019 when they were just dominant. When they were doing
2020, you
great.
meant 2020. You meant
Oh, my
2020.
fault. 2020, 2020. When everybody was saying they was gonna go to the finals and win it. I was
Mhm.
saying that.
Me
Everyone in the
too.
whole world was saying that. Point blank. Period. I would do my best to make sure this team is
Mm-hmm.
got the great defensive sets, players and shooting, and that's really it. And I will not do anything to break it up. I have to keep it just like that because I don't want to change nothing. I'm not gonna change that much. I'm just gonna change a little. Because if you let's just say if like LeBron or Lakers, they just do like a big trade, but they trade a whole lot, a bunch of players. You messed up the whole chemistry. You messed up the whole flow and emotion of the team.
Good point.
Now, like you bring in new players, they don't really know that much with each other. They
Good
just
point.
playing with each other. They don't have that much chemistry amongst each other. That what they had in 2020. In 2021, you had Kuzma, you had Pope. They knew their role. They knew what they had to do in that playbook. But you trade all that away. Now you brought these other guys. They don't even know what they're doing. Really, they don't know their place. And that's not good for Frank Vogel. Those are not players Frank Vogel wants. Frank Vogel is a defensive-minded type coach. Point blank. Period.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And
So
speaking of defense, before you continue your point, kid, the Lakers today, the Lakers have been up and down all year because of bad defense, lack of ball movement, bad bench, and
three
all
point
that.
defending the three.
They're not defending three. Today, they beat the Jazz because they were doing the things that we were telling them to do. If you're the Lakers, use the game plan what you did against the Jazz today. You beat the Jazz today by 5. The Lakers just, to me, they need a defensive wing. They need a defensive wing, a bench. They need enough. They need a playmaker, like you said, kid. And don't trade too much. Don't trade too much because you don't want to blow up your team and then screw up your chemistry. You're right about that, kid.
Now defensive wings are hard to come by though. They're so
No,
rare
they
in
got
the
one. They got
NBA.
that boy, Stanley. I like him.
Stanley Johnson.
Yeah, yeah. He effort. He's not good.
From
He's
the
not
G
good, but
League, from
he
the G
getting
League.
effort.
He used to play for the Pistons, though. So yeah,
Yeah, that would
Oh
probably
yeah.
where it comes from.
Yo, great one. What's up?
Yo, what's up? How are you?
good, good. How good do you
What's
think?
up?
How far you think the Lakers would go, man? The currently constructed. How far you think the Lakers would go?
Probably maybe. Honestly, it depends who they play in the first round. If they're playing the Warriors in the first round, I got the Warriors.
Or
Or
if they play the Warriors or Suns, I'll be honest with you. I got the Warriors or Suns over the
yeah,
Lakers. To be honest,
and then if they play
I'm
the
gonna come
Utah
right back.
Jazz,
Hold
I
on.
think it'll be a
if,
close. It all depends on how healthy Anthony Davis is.
if they play the Jazz and the Lakers are healthy, I got Lakers over the Jazz in 6. I don't trust Utah's style of play, man.
Well, like I said, it depends on
Word.
Anthony
Hey,
Davis.
yo,
If he's
great one.
healthy,
Yeah, but you can also say the same thing about Donovan Mitchell because, like, again, Mitchell can also get hurt too, and Mike Conley too. Anyone can get hurt in the playoffs, not just one guy. You know, anyone can get hurt though.
But also
Mm.
Donovan
Hey,
Mitchell
yo, great
play
one.
too ISO heavy and
That's my
isolate
point.
his teammates in the playoffs as well.
That's my point. Why I say Utah ain't going far. And
Yeah,
don't
from
forget
Dame
Mike.
Dollar.
Same thing for Dame too, and also Mike Conley can also get hurt in big games. Though people talk about AD being hurt, Donovan Mitchell almost broke his ankle last year, and Mike Conley can get hurt too. Anyone can get hurt, even the guys you don't expect. You know.
Man, Mike Conley
But
ain't pushing no needle, man. He's like a bench player playing in the starter's role.
Mm.
He ain't pushing
hell
no
yeah.
needle, man. Like,
And I don't trust Rudy Gay. I don't trust Jordan Clarkson. I don't trust Joe Ingles. I don't trust Bogdanovich. I don't trust that team. I don't trust Quinn Snyder to make adjustments. They don't guard a three, man. I mean, I don't trust the Jazz, man. Like their style of play, shooting a bunch of threes doesn't work. We talk about the Lakers being injury prone. The Jazz can get injured too. To me, I don't go off hypotheticals. You know what I mean, guys? Because anyone can get hurt, even the guys you do not expect. You know,
Yeah, but we know Anthony Davis is made out of glass.
yeah, we all know he's made out of glasses. That's the bubble boy right there.
I don't. Yeah,
that's true.
I don't trust any out of any player in the
But
league. I don't trust Anthony Davis to stay healthy. Like the dude's made out of glass.
Man,
yeah, I don't
He's
trust him
terry
either.
cloth. He's terry cloth, man.
If it wasn't for that bubble, who knows what would have happened?
Word.
Would they have been healthy had the bubble never happened and they had a regular season?
Nah, I doubt it. I doubt his body would hold up on the plane ride.
Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
that
you
is
remember
true.
before the
We can say
pandemic
the same thing
started.
about Kawhi and PG. That is true, but we can say the same thing about Kawhi and PG. Would they have been healthy? There was no bubble. We can say the same thing about them. So
Yeah, but like I said, we know Anthony Davis has never stayed healthy for like a season. I don't remember. He's always injured every single year.
But we seen PJ Paul George carry a team to the conference finals. We seen Kawhi, despite their injury history, lead a team to the championship. So
no, I understand that, but
those
that
guys are proven, unlike Anthony
no,
Davis.
no, no, I get that, but and you made some good points. I'm just saying that they're also injury prone too, and to me, that Clipper team was mentally weak. That there's a reason why they blew a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets. They didn't
Yeah,
have
but at the
mental
same
toughness.
time, let's be honest, they didn't take that bubble seriously. Like you got
That's their that's their fault then.
yeah, but you got Lou Williams who went to go get like
That's Lou
barbecue
Will's
chicken.
fault,
Barbecue chicken. Like there was so much shit that was going on with them in the bubble.
and
They're
that's
not
their fault.
concentrated.
That's my point, and that's their fault for not taking it seriously. Because maybe if you stay in the hotel and stuff, you won't have to put yourself in that situation. And also, I just didn't trust that team in the fourth quarter. There's even look at last year's playoffs. There's a reason why the Mavericks almost knocked them out of the first round. If
The
it wasn't,
Lakers are not a great fourth quarter team either.
I mean, I mean that is true. But personally, for me, I trusted them more than the Clippers at the time. That's just me. I don't. That's just me though. Like, I want to ask you: do you think the Clippers will ever win a championship with Paul George and Kawhi?
They
Kawhi's
honestly
injured.
they gotta get lucky with in terms of health and the injury bug. That's the only way they're gonna win.
Well, what's it called? Isn't Paul George out for the whole
I think
season?
that's a failed
He
experiment
might.
too.
He might. He has a UCL injury in his elbow. He might miss the rest
Yeah,
of
if
the
he's
season.
out for the season, the Clippers are done.
They're done. This season doesn't matter for the Clippers. It doesn't matter for this season. Next year, maybe.
I mean,
This season,
Kawhi's getting old too. That's another thing. Kawhi's getting
Right.
older.
and the West is getting stronger. The West is getting stronger. You have Phoenix, Utah, Golden
Yep.
State, Memphis. These teams will get better. Dallas will get better. Denver.
And yo, great. You made
Denver.
a good.
Yeah.
Yo, great. When you made a good point in the comment section when you said when I made that video about LeBron James could probably ask for a trade and go back to Cleveland and his career in Cleveland, but you said Dan Gilbert probably won't want to deal with that again.
No,
Yeah, because if
no.
you think about it, here Dan Gilbert,
Young.
they rebuilt that entire team. They rebuilt the entire Cleveland team. They're a much better team than when LeBron left them. And you built it the right way. Why would you squander that getting LeBron?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now they
Yeah.
have a great future ahead of them. You still got I know Sexton's hurt, but you got Sexton, you got these other guys. Kevin Love's playing good. So
Kevin
I don't
Love's
know.
actually turned back the clock this season, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know why you would, if you're Dan Gilbert, why would you go through? Because even I remember, who's the GM for Cleveland again? What was his name? He's the
Dan
Pelicans
Gilbert.
GM now. No, the GM. He's the Pelicans GM now.
Oh, David Griffin.
Yeah, he even said when he was with LeBron, those were like he was the most miserable, even though you won a championship. Dan Gilbert, I think, felt that way too.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the Cavs, do you think the Cavs are making the playoffs? Great one, I think they are. You
Yeah, they're the fourth seed right now. They should.
6 seed, 6 seed.
Okay. Yeah, they should.
They should make it. I think they'll win 45 games this year. And I want to ask you, do you
What's
think
up,
JB
y'all?
Salute, do you think JB
What's up,
Bickerstaff
Trey?
should get in the running of coach of the year?
Who?
JB Bickerstaff, the head coach of the Cavs?
It's still to be honest, I haven't been watching that much NBA this year because it's like regular season kind of pointless.
Monty Williams should win Coach of the Year though this year.
Who?
Monty Williams.
Nah.
Hey, yo, Zach say
It's not
Kevin
supposed to be
Durant.
this year.
Let me ask y'all this. Yo, Zach say Kevin Durant is in his top 10 of all time. Do you guys feel the same way?
No.
No way.
He has potential to be top 10.
No way.
He has potential. He could, when it's all said and done, it's possible he might be in the top 10.
It's possible, but not likely. It's possible, but
I mean, if he wins 2 more championships, I might be able to put him in my top 10.
We all know you love Katie because
if he had won last year, he would have had a chance. If he had won last year, I want to ask you, John Wilson. I want to ask you, if Durant's foot was on the line, was not behind the line, how far do you think the Nets would have gone last year? Do you think it would have been the Hawks and Suns?
I would see I could see them beating. I could see them struggling against the Hawks. Because remember, Trey got injured. Remember?
He hurt his ankle. He stepped on the referee though. Yeah.
Yeah, he stepped on the referee. Like if Trey Young don't hurt his ankle, I don't know. That could be that'll be a whole different conversation. But with a healthy Trey Young, the way that team was playing, that could also go 7 games.
True. And let's say they beat the Hawks. You think they would have beaten the Suns in the finals?
I could definitely see them beating the Suns because I don't trust Chris Paul in the playoffs. He's on record. Chris Paul is on record saying that he gets severe anxiety and it takes him out of his game sometimes. I don't trust Chris Paul in a big. Yes, he said it on record. On record. Yes, he did. He did say that on record. When he was doing
that's shocking for me because I had no recollection of that.
Yeah, man.
So
I didn't know that.
I say that they would definitely beat the Suns because I don't trust Chris Paul in the big moments.
So you're saying that the Nets would have won the championship if Durant's foot was behind the line, right?
Probably, hell yeah.
That'd be probable, but I'd rather do it with what is and.
I know
he got big feet, man. He got big feet.
Big feet, and
it cost him. And it cost him.
Pretty much. And this season, he's trying to make sure he wears the off, make sure they're trying to win. Yeah?
Say that again, Prince.
I'm before you get that question answered. Before you guys get that question answered, since you guys say he's not in the top 10, where is he at for you guys then?
I think he's top 15
got
right
him in
now.
the top 10.
I think top 20, top 25 for me.
I got him in the 20 to 30. 20
if he retired today, I think he's top 15.
Who? KD?
KD, yeah.
Top probably 15 or 20.
Yeah, top 15. I think he's around. I'd probably put him like around maybe 14th, 13th. Because I think right there. Do you guys think he's ahead of Moses Malone?
No. Well,
that's tough. That's tough.
Oh,
wow.
How many Moses has? 1?
Yeah, he has 1, but he has 3 MVPs and he has a bunch of rebounding records.
Man, I'll give a slight edge towards Moses, but I can see why you can have KD.
If that's the case, you got to put him over Dr. J.
Dr. J was underrated.
And then do you guys have?
No, I'm saying if you're gonna put him over Moses, you got to put him over Dr. J.
Do you guys have him over Jerry West?
Yes.
Yes, I like Jerry West, but I think KD's more talented. Yes. I think Durant has to do more to be a top 10 player. I don't think he's not a top 10 player.
Hell no. He's not top 11. He's not top 12 or 11, man.
He's not top 10. I mean, Durant's great.
That's cap.
Wait, G Money, do you have him ahead of?
Who said that's cap? Who said that's cap?
Was cap?
Wait, G Money, do you have KD or Bill Russell?
Dude, he not better than
KD over Bill Russell.
Yeah.
This may
Who?
sound ridiculous, and I'll probably get a lot of hate. And this is just me. When I really look skill for skill, I honestly think KD's better than Bill Russell. When I really look at eye test, though, hear me out.
I think KD's better than Bill Russell
I think
because
KD's better than Bill Russell. Bill Russell's just a better rebounder, better shot blocker. That's it.
for me, I say that only because Bill Russell was part of the infancy stage of basketball, so
Yeah.
their skill sets aren't really refined like that.
Mhm. I think
So
Durant's just a better player.
I
I
mean,
just
Wilt
think
Chamberlain has skill.
Yeah.
true. Wilt Chamberlain did have skills, but
Oh, Zach say Steph Curry's a top 10 player.
No, he's
Oh hell
What
not.
about
no,
Steph?
hell
no.
no,
I wouldn't
This
hell
have
is
no.
Steph.
no.
Yes,
We're
Steph's
not arguing this,
not
man.
now.
No,
Ain't Steph better than
let's not
No.
KD
argue.
though?
Let's not argue this. Let's not argue this.
Ain't
He's
Steph better than KD?
I think Steph is better than KD because
If that's the case, he ain't top 12 or 15. Probably, well, he's 15, but probably not 12.
Steph Curry's for top 20, top
Oh wait,
25.
John, you say you think Steph better than KD?
I do.
I think so too.
I
Me
think
too.
because
Durant's
at the
more
end
talented, but Curry's
because
more talented.
Okay.
at the end of the day, in the biggest moments when it's Glock for Glock, when it was even Steven, Steph beat him straight up.
True.
Steph beat him straight up, and then the man
Down
went running to his
3-1 and
team.
came back and beat him.
Then
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can make the
then he
same
ran
case
to
with.
join his team. End of story. End of story. End of story.
Great one, you were saying?
I'm saying yeah, but
Yo,
you can make
John, you made a good point there. That's a dagger right there. John, you just dropped the mic on that one.
And also, Steph, look,
Ain't nothing more to
KD's
say
more.
after that.
No. I think KD's more talented, but Steph is more accomplished. Back-to-back MVPs, great playoff moments, led his team to a championship as the number one option. Also, he beat LeBron. Yes, I understand injuries. I get all that.
The injuries,
But
I mean, hey, you
I
got to do what you got
understand
to
Injuries are
that.
do.
part of sports. That's
2016,
not an excuse.
I'm not making an excuse.
No, not you.
I'm not. I'm not.
I mean for
I'm
like
not.
people in the comment section, not you, G Money. I mean
Okay.
like people in the comments. Injuries are part of sports. Get
Injuries
over it.
happen. It's a part of the game. It happens. You have B who's in front of you. Just ask yourself, if you had lost to injured teams, people would be clowning you, right?
Exactly.
Look at the Utah Jazz. They lost to a Harbor Clippers team last year. That's why we're clowning them. The Portland Trailblazers. They lost to an injured Nuggets team. We're clowning them.
No,
Give the Warriors their credit.
Exactly.
The Warriors earned even 2016. People talk about the Cavs injuries. 2016. If Curry didn't have the MCL injury, if Bogut didn't torn his ACL, if Iggy didn't have the bad back, you can argue the Warriors would have won that year in 2016.
But people always want to
Word, yo.
want to
AK
ignore
says
the
Steph
injuries
got
on their
saved by
side.
Clay in Game 6.
How did he get
Don't matter.
saved? Curry
Don't
almost had
matter.
a
He
triple
still,
double. How did he
he
get
still came
saved?
in.
How
He
we
still
get
Hey,
saved?
came
let's
in.
be honest though. Let's
Do
be
you know
He
honest.
that? Do
plays
you
for
know
the
that
team,
Steph
though. It
averaged
don't matter.
it's like
He
Steph
helped.
Steph had the most points, rebounds, and assists in all statistical categories in that elimination game. He averaged the most.
And by the way, I want to throw this out there. Yes, did Klay Thompson ball out in Game 6? Yes, he did. He had a great game. But Steph Curry also had a triple double. Almost had a triple double. He hit 2 big threes in the fourth. Had a floater over Serge Ibaka and had 2 steals at the end of that game. Steph Curry balled out at the end of that Game 6. It wasn't just Klay Thompson.
Hey, how you guys feel about Stanley? Never mind. I don't want to change the conversation.
Who? Stanley? Who? Stanley Johnson?
Yeah, man. He's
He's
playing
a good
lockdown
defender
D.
that can shoot the 3.
You said what?
He's a good defender that can shoot the 3. Good hustle player.
And
Yeah,
why
he's a
Detroit cut
3-and-D
him?
guy.
Like,
And he used to play for the Raptors too. He's a good player. Stanley Johnson's a good role
What you
player.
say, Kid Trump?
why the Raptors cut him or some shit? Oh,
They should have kept him, man. They should have kept him. He's a good player to have on your team. Stanley Johnson.
yeah.
But back to Steph Curry, man. People look, the Steph Curry.
Great one. What about you? Who's better? Steph or KD, Grayson?
I got KD only because I think because KD was the anchor of that team. Like I know he joined Steph's team, but to me, I felt like he was an anchor.
But how? I mean, I got one question. How was he the anchor? But as soon as KD go down, Steph lead him to the finals again without him. How is he?
Good point. And
Okay, but then what happened in the finals though?
They did lose.
They
That's
got
a good
injured. Kevon Looney got injured. Andre Iguodala got injured,
John,
and
John,
Klay Thompson got
can't use
injured.
injuries as an excuse. You did just say injuries happen, so we cannot really use injuries as an excuse.
I'm not using that as excuse. I'm adding as context to why they weren't.
I know, but let's be fair. Toronto had injuries too. Let's be fair. Also, Kawhi Leonard had a quad injury. Pascal had a calf injury. Let's be fair too. OG Anunoby missed the playoffs due to a appendicitis. So Toronto
He was on
wasn't
the he
healthy
was on
either.
that Toronto team.
He wasn't at
OG.
Toronto team. OG
Oh,
Anunoby. He was a
oh,
big
okay.
piece for
All
that
right,
team
all right,
too. So
right.
Toronto wasn't healthy
Yeah, I didn't see him.
neither.
I didn't see him.
Ibaka
Yeah.
had cuts in his face. Gasol had a bad back. Toronto was not healthy neither. Again, yes, Golden State had injuries. We're not denying that, but so did Toronto. And Kawhi had a quad injury. So we got to be fair. Both teams were not healthy. So we gotta be fair though. We gotta
Hey,
use.
yo,
I mean,
AK said Steph was a sidekick in Game 6.
how's he a sidekick? The dude almost had a triple double. How's he a sidekick, man?
You know what game he was a sidekick? That game, game 3 against the Cavs, where he had like 10 points.
2018. I admit Durant had a better game. I'll give you that. 2018, Durant had a better game, 43 points. We're not arguing that, but we're talking about games since 2016.
And
I
plus, in the
admit
2 finals, who was the MVP in the 2 finals?
Kevin Durant, but let's be honest. 2018, Curry should have won in 2018. You gotta be honest.
I don't know about that because
You
that
gotta
game
use eye test though. You can't just look at stats. I'll give you an example. Game 2, Curry had 33 points, hit 9 threes. Game 4, 37 points, hit 7 threes.
Yeah, but you gotta admit though, a lot of those points were in garbage time.
Doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't matter.
It does. If you're putting up stats in garbage time, that does matter.
No, it does
It wasn't
not.
in garbage time. It was not in garbage time. The bulk of those
Yeah, it
points
was
were not in garbage time.
Don't forget the Cavs only done like 8 at half. The Cavs only done like 8 at half.
Game 2 and game 4 were blowouts though.
Game 2, the Cavs were right there until the fourth quarter though. Check. There was only like 6 or 8 points going to the fourth quarter, and then Curry took over. It was close. Game 1, Curry had almost 30 points and had an and one. Again, Durant had his moments. I'm not saying Durant is not great. 2017, Durant was the Finals MVP. We're not arguing 2017. But 2018, you can argue that Steph was the Finals MVP when he used the eye test. It's not just the stats. When I used the eye test, the only game in which KD outplayed Curry was Game 3. That was it. Games 1, 2, and 4, Curry, to me, had a better game. Yeah, and I just give you the facts.
You look at the fact, though, he had 10 points in the game, though.
That was one game. That was it.
That's one game. That's not a series. You were judging the entire series, great one.
That's
entire series. Because, like,
I don't know. I feel like
Zach say you got excuses, G Money.
What excuse am I making? What excuse am I giving to Steph? Even 2016, I gave Curry. 2016, I bashed Curry for losing 2016. Even 2019, I don't give Curry a pass. He choked in 2019. He lost. What excuse? He lost in 2019. He didn't get it done. Even this season, I don't even have the Warriors making the finals. I don't. So what are we talking about? I don't even have the Warriors going to the finals. I don't even think Curry's the MVP right now. Even 2019, I don't defend Curry losing. He lost. In 2016, he choked. What are we talking about? It's just that some of y'all don't use context. Like Prince, did I make excuses for Steph?
Zach says it. Nah, you didn't.
Well, what does Zach say?
You're calling it Warriors
hater. Like that.
I'm not gonna listen to Zach. Zach is a Warriors dick rider.
You're a Warriors hater.
Nah, Zach is a Warriors dick rider. I'm not gonna listen to him. So, so back to the whole Steph thing. In my opinion,
but yeah, I mean, great when you have KD. So
that's fine. You make a case for either guy. Either guy is a good case for
Finals MVP.
Yeah.
But you can't just use Finals MVP as your argument. If that is the case, is Iggy better than Curry just because he has a Finals MVP over him?
No, but that's not one though. That's two. That's two Finals MVPs where he outplayed. Like I felt like he outplayed him in both finals.
I can't say both. 2018, you gotta use eye test. Curry, to me, was better. 2017, you have a good case, but 2018, I felt Curry was better. The only game in which you have a better case was Game 3. Games 1, 2, and 4, I felt Curry was better. What do you think, John?
No, I think Curry. I strongly believe that Curry deserved it in 2018. But you know how the media writers are, like, you know, let's say you have one bad game, or let's say you missed a game to injury, they'll just hold it against you.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that they were covering those finals, they're acting like like the series was tied 2-2, or the series was tied like 3-3, like the way like they were covering it, like, oh, if like the Finals MVP was decided in Game 3, like it was ridiculous.
Right.
In terms of, I mean, in terms of how like the media was covering it, like,
Oh yeah.
yo, like if Golden State lost this one game, it's over. Like they had a pretty good sizable cushion.
And even that, I remember back in 2019, didn't Kawhi Leonard score under 20 points in
What?
Game 1? He still won the Finals MVP? Like, come on, man. Like, Curry had one bad game, but because of that, he was not the Finals MVP. Like, come on, man. Yes, Curry should have stepped up in Game 3. I'm not denying that. But the fact of the matter is, in
That,
Games
that's,
1 2 before he blowed out in 2018. I don't know why people can accept that.
oh yeah. All
Like
right.
some people
Before
just
we head
don't.
up out of here, I want to get some NFL talk.
Thanks. Nice.
Oh, go ahead. Say what you got to say, John.
No, go ahead, Prince. You were talking. You were talking about NFL playoffs coming up?
What you said, John?
No, it started already. It started already.
Yeah, started. We're going to the
Yeah, we're in the
G Money,
NFL
you watch
playoffs, so
G Money, do you watch NFL playoffs or no?
I do watch some NFL. Yeah, the
right.
Cardinals
So
got
who y'all got in the Super Bowl?
Okay,
I
so I think there's 4 teams. There is obviously the Bucks, the defending champs.
Mhm.
There is the
Mhm.
Packers. There is the Bills. There is the Chiefs, and then there is still the Rams. I think it comes down to the Chiefs and the Packers.
For me, Bills and Bucks.
Okay.
For me, Bills and Bucks.
I mean, the
And
thing is,
John, what
I don't.
about
For me, I would have to go with the
what
only the
about you,
only
John?
I'd say the only 3 teams I see coming out to win this whole thing would be the Buccaneers, the Packers, or the Chiefs.
The problem with the Buccaneers though is that they're not healthy. They don't have They lost Godwin, and then I think someone else is hurt, but they have a bunch of injuries. That's the problem with them. Otherwise, I would have picked them to win the Super Bowl, but because they have injuries, I think I might go with the Chiefs.
But
They Boston and the Chiefs trying to get redemption too.
Okay.
Don't forget about
Yeah.
that.
but the only way I would actually
You guys
give,
later.
like the only way I would respect the Chiefs is if Patrick Mahomes actually beat Tom Brady for once.
Mm.
And then what's it called? You can't count out the Packers either because the Packers have been tremendous. So right now it's too hard to say who's gonna win the Super Bowl. I honestly don't know.
But
Right.
we do
Man,
know
it's still a good playoffs, man. I mean, I'm kind of upset.
Because right now the NFL it's so open right now. I could easily
Yeah.
but we do know one thing for certain though, that like the championship will come out the NFC for sure.
we don't know that though because there's still the Chiefs and the Bills. Because I think Patrick
Right.
Mahomes wants revenge too from last year's Super Bowl. Like he's been playing him. He had 4,000 yards and they're calling it a down year. I've never heard that before where you have 4,000 yards and they're saying that's your bad year. Like, come on, man.
But I should like just
Yeah,
Like, how
man.
can you have
My
four-
Eagles are out the picture.
Oh, yeah. You know, you guys picked you know that Rieger guy? You guys picked him over Justin Jefferson. Prince, you know that guy
Right.
who remember that guy who muffed the punt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. You guys picked him over Justin Jefferson. The guy on the
Yeah, I
Vikings.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's ridiculous, man. But you know what? My Eagles are out the mix. I got the Bills. Me and Zach got the Bills winning it all. I'm going with Buffalo.
Dude, like I said,
So-
it's right now it's too unpredictable. I honestly I don't know who to bet for. I don't know who I should put my money on.
I hear
Because there's
that.
the only team I
Yeah,
could see.
man.
The only team we know that's not winning are the Bengals. And I don't think that obviously I don't think the 49ers are gonna win it. But other than that, other than those two teams, any of the teams could win the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I just wanted to get that NFL talk in there a little bit.
Wait, so
But
you don't
we
have
about to be
so
up
they don't
outta
give you
here,
any NFL in Philippines on
What's
TV or anything?
No, that's the problem, bro. They don't even watch this sport over here. You know, NFL is mainly an American sport, is just starting to hit Europe in London.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Yeah, because
they're starting to get NFL games.
I have some friends who live in London. They watch football.
Yeah,
They don't even
yes,
give you.
but that's the that's the problem with the NFL. It doesn't expand past. It doesn't do what the NBA do. The NBA is global. Now,
Yeah,
I could show you how many people here walking around with NBA jerseys. You got
yeah,
people with LeBron jerseys, Jordan jerseys. You know, but nobody here reps. You know, football is like an American sport, man. They get so much money in America. It's the number one watch sport in America. I guess they don't care about the rest of the world, but they could get so much money if they
yeah.
expand. So,
So like
yeah,
even Super Bowl, they don't. Because even in Canada too, I know Canada they have the CFL. They're not
yeah,
big on NFL, but they still give you like the playoff
yeah.
games in Canada.
Yeah. You know, I don't get none of that here. I have to stream it. I literally have to just go on my laptop and stream the games. That's the only
Okay.
way I could watch them.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
so
last week's games they weren't that good. There were a lot of blowouts, but I think next week games, I think they're gonna come down to a wire.
oh hell yeah, it's gonna be a
Who do
good,
you have? Wait, who do you have
good
winning
playoff.
on? Who do you have winning next year? Packers or 49ers next week?
I have to go with Packers.
Prince, you there or he froze out? I think he froze out.
Oh man.
I think it could go either way. Um, I think because what's it called? The 49ers are the Packers' kryptonite. They always they always struggle against the Packers. So I'm not sold on the Packers.
But
On
I'm
top of
not.
it, too, they have a
I'm
bye week too, and we know how teams always do after bye week. They always get rusty.
I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on Jimmy G. He
Yeah, I'm not
got
either. But all you have to do is if you run the ball like 20 times, keep Aaron Rodgers off the field, then that'll work. And top of that too, they could be
man.
rusty because they have a week off,
Man,
so they could be.
Jimmy G was just fortunate that he went up against the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm happy they lost too. I hate Cowboys.
Yeah, I saw this meme. They said that the Cowboys got a gift from God and still squandered it.
Yeah, yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm glad the Packers. I mean, I'm glad the Cowboys lost because I can't
Yo,
stand them. Wait, Prince, who
I'm
do you
back.
have?
But
Yo, Prince, you there? I think he's having internet issues.
well,
And then who do you have? Bucks or Rams?
I got yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, who do you have next week? Packers or
Um,
49ers?
I got Rams. I'm going with
Oh, you
Rams,
have
man.
Rams winning though. Okay. And what about
Yeah, anything
Packers
against
49ers?
Tom Brady, so he beat my Eagles.
Okay, what about Packers 49ers?
Packers. Oh, definitely
Okay.
Packers.
Okay. So you said you have the Bills and Rams in the Super Bowl?
Bills and Rams. Hmm. I could go because I got the Bills winning it all.
Oh, and then you have the
So
Rams coming out of NFC?
I could go with that.
Okay. Yeah, I think if the Rams are home, I'd go with the Rams, but I think the
I
Bucks
like that. My thing is that.
but I think Bucks should win since they're at home,
Hmm.
so there's that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah,
head
man. I
up
want to
on
say
here.
salute to John. Salute to salute John. Salute great one. Salute G
Yeah.
Money. He had to go real quick. I'm about to get up out of here too because they're
Sure,
about to
sure. I'll
shut
see
down
you.
having a little power outage. Sometimes the
Yeah.
Philippines get power
Okay, I'll
outage
see you,
because
dude.
it's so hot. Yeah, and that's what we about to get right now. You know what I'm saying? So man, shout out to all you
All right,
guys. Yo, John, salute to you, my brother.
all right. Salute.
All right, peace. All right, salute to AK, everybody. I know we got into some heated sports talk today, man. Sorry we couldn't continue it, let it go, man, because it was fun. And you brothers chop it up, talk about sports, man. We all got different opinions, but at the end of the day, it's all about just respecting your fellow brother man's opinions. That's how it all comes down to. So salute to Zach, AK, everybody. You know, we out. Peace.